Hello everyone, it's your boy Proph Rye. I'm back for another video, another episode, more content. You know how it goes, man. We're speaking for the people, we're speaking for the masses, we're speaking for the majority out there. And I know a lot of people are thinking, what's Proph Rye got to speak about today? Where does he get all these ideas from? Well, to be honest, people, I'm the type of guy, sometimes I make sometimes 6 to 7, even more than that, videos in one night, one day. It all depends on how I'm feeling, my mood, and even sometimes we're not feeling our greatest, you know, we're fighting battles. Yeah, we're trying to keep our mind focused, which is the main thing. And yeah, not every day is a wonderful day. Today's not one of my best days, I'll be honest with you. But at the same time, I'm still here smiling. I'm still here giving everyone content. Yeah, man. So apart from that, we're going to get into it, man. I know a lot of people are thinking, rah. So what's the topic? Now, the topic is, people, for today, the court system. Now, you know, when I talk about things, I'm based in the middle of the nitty-gritty. I like to call it the dungeon, South London, the dungeon, where it all goes off. I can speak for London and the UK, but like I always say in my other videos, I'll speak for the masses, and this is actually a worldwide message. But I will use my country, for example, because this is where I'm at, and this is where I've seen how a lot of the court system work and run. I've actually done jury service before, and yeah, man, I'm gonna get into it. But we all know this is something that is happening in every country anyways. I'm gonna explain. I know everyone's gonna understand properly where I'm going with this and what the actual topic is in this type of scenario that I'm about to use. So yeah, man, with that being said, people, the court system. What do people think about the court system? And I'm going to answer that question. Even though I'm answering the question, I'm going to answer the question. But that is for everyone to, if you do watch this video, you can have a little debate about it. And also, you can put in your little inputs in the comment below also as well. But I'm going to speak on my behalf and why I think the court system is a fraud and why these people are not God. So basically, yeah, like I said, I've never been to prison before, my previous video, but I've been to court. I've been to court on 2 separate occasions. One time, I've been to court for 2 charges. You wouldn't believe it. I was driving my car one day, I got pulled over. I was in a traffic stop, right? I was working in my car, I had high-vis and everything. It's long to get into it, but it was nothing serious apart from I had a bit of a puff 2 hours before they arrested me. And yeah, when I got there, it was a bit much in my system. So that was one of the problems. And then also back then, you know, times was hard. And for some reason, some people suffer more than some. Yeah, somebody messed up my insurance. And yeah, you know how it goes from there, isn't it? They want to do you for everything, especially when you didn't have full control of what happened with your insurance and everything. They'll still do you. They don't care. But anyways, I had to face that. I had to own up to everything. And they had me in the courthouse, man. First time I'm going to be 30 in 3 months. So I'm going to say I'm 30 years old now. I know I might look 16, but trust me, I'm 30 years old, man. They had me in the courthouse, people, standing behind the dock, behind a bit of glass. And I thought, the way I was standing there, people, you would have thought, yeah, they're gonna put me in a circle bus and send me straight off to HMP. Can't say Feltham because that's for the youth offenders, is it? Send me to Highdown or somewhere, Belmarsh, for a little offence. But anyways, yeah, man, they put me behind that window, man, and they had a few people there. It wasn't a big case like that, so they didn't have jurors. So I was judged, people. They judged me like they was God. People, listen, they messed up my life, man. The courthouse, they messed up my life. And the way I look at it is, I can imagine how they messed up so many people's life. And so many people that didn't have anything to do with the situation. Or so many people that didn't deserve to go to prison. But anyways, they charged me twice for this silly little offences, you know, for little driving license stuff. I didn't lose my license. I went on a 1-year ban. But bearing in mind, people, all I was trying to do was work and make a living, man. My son was born, my youngest son was born literally, no, he was born a month after I lost my driving license. So you can imagine I was just trying to go hard to try and get the buggy, the baby clothes and stuff like that, man. I'm telling you, man, I was hit at all angles. And you could just tell when you know stuff about spirituality that, yeah, people just want to finish you off, man. I was hit at all angles. I lost everything one by one. I lost everything. I was stuck in the house. I put on so much weight, and you know how it is when you're father for two boys, and I took up the responsibility as for before I had the two boys, a stepdaughter, and that was around like 3 to 4 months. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but like I said, I'm a type of guy, emotions and sympathy always get in my way, and yeah, that was used to her advantage. And what can I say? In the long run, I found out I was used, and that's how it goes, man. We pick ourselves up, we move on. But I wasted a lot of time there, 8 years wasted, and look how much stuff I went through just to find out that none of these kids was mine. None of these kids was mine. But anyways, they're always gonna be mine because I still give my heart. I'm not like a lot of these men out here that they're gonna run away from a situation because anyone will break down, and a lot of people will be messed up because of stuff like this. But we put our faith in God, and we don't make that determine who we are as men and what type of responsibilities. We're not going to let any kids to go off and don't have no guidance, even though sometimes the mum can be a bit of a pain. I haven't seen them for even 2 years. The mum's a pain, like I said, but at the same time, we don't give up behind the scene. We work, we grind, we do what we need to do, and then yeah, man, God is everything. God is the universe. So those kids will come around, and me and them will definitely spend time when the time comes. You know what I mean? Everything is just for a matter of timing, man. They do things like this to try and make you feel like, you know, yeah, they want to hold you down. But anyways, I don't want to get too much into that because that is not for this topic. I'm just giving you the scenario of how the situation happened at the time where I was judged by the courthouse and they messed up my life. I had no income coming in, nothing. I lost my job. I went from a hero to zero, basically, knowing that I had 3 kids to look after, and we just had one a month after all of this dramatic experience. So yeah, man, moving on, people. Yeah, so that was that. And I also done jury service once, and I'm going to tell you the funny thing about this jury service, people. Yeah, and I picked up on something now that I didn't pick up before. And this, I'm going to show you like why the court system and the jury service is they're all working with the matrix and the demonic. They know who they want to send to jail and who they're going to let off, because you have to remember that a lot of people are hearing things. A lot of people are working with demonic forces. So listen to this, people. I had a jury service, right? And this was like, I'm sure this is like this is probably 8 years ago. This is a long time ago. And it was a man and a woman. The man was working in the police department in a woman's prison, but he was having an affair with one of the ladies there. And I was there with another, I think, 10 people. I can't remember. I'm not going to say it because I could be wrong, could be right. But there was a good few of us there that was there. They put us there to judge. Bearing in mind, we are not God. Bearing in mind, out of that system, I was living a different type of life. So I was on the road. I was trying to get money, man. They made me a judge. I'm not God, remember that. And there's a lot of people sitting there, and you can imagine what a lot of people have to their name, what a lot of people there are doing behind closed doors. Because one thing I've learned these days is that a lot of people are doing paedophile activities. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people touching kids. A lot of people are doing a lot of darkness, a lot of witchcraft and all of these things. So why is the government gathering up a bunch of people to be jurors, to judge a situation that have nothing to do with none of us? So the case was 2 weeks, and then it was going on for 2 weeks, and guess what? I could see clearly, like, they were setting up, and this is why it's funny, because, like I said, God has these special people on this earth, man, and people like us, we will sit there, and we can literally sit there and analyze the situation before the case even starts, people. And we can see, yeah, this was the situation. That guy you could tell the guy was weak, but that woman, you could see that woman was working with the system to pull that man down. And I saw it first class. I saw that shit first class. Guess what happened, people? This is the funny part now. The lot of people there that was judging, right? Before halfway down the case, people was already putting in little comments. Them time there, you're not meant to speak about it, right? You're not meant to speak about anything apart from inside there. People putting in little comments and saying this and that. I'm watching everyone and I'm, you know me, I like to stay silent. I've always been like that. I like to stay silent, I observe everyone and I listen. And I see everything going on and I see everyone's putting in their 2p pieces. But I've already summed up everything in my head. And I can see what's going on. And bear in mind, people, a week later down the line, we all got, I think it was a phone call, saying that we shouldn't attend again. They're finding a whole brand new juror. And apparently the lady says she knows me. You see? That's when I put two together and I said, they knew a chosen one. They knew a special person was sitting inside the juror, man. This guy can see through mountains. So the only thing is that I didn't know that I had that capability. So I was sitting there, people, and I can see that this woman was working with the system to try and sink this man. But bearing in mind, you can see that this man has his fault. A lot of men have their fault. A lot of people have their fault. We are all sinners. No one is not living without sin. And especially a lot of men are weak to women. But this woman was trying to sink this man, and I could see it. She wasn't trying to defend nothing about him. And every time I looked at this man, I could see his faults, but I can just see, yeah, he's got a lot to lose, and he's on his line. But you can see that these people are ready to give this man a few years, when really and truly all they have to do is just kick him out of the work system, let him lose his job, and that's it. You go about your way, you look for something else now. You're not allowed to work in any more prisons and so on and so on. But you can see that these people are willing to sink this man. And the juror as well, you can see, even from the little speeches that they were saying, they was ready to sink this man as well. I was the only one that didn't give my input and analyze the situation. And when I looked at the brother and the brother looked at me, I could see the brother was looking for help. He was looking for help, people. But yeah, the woman said that she knows me. I've never met that woman from Adams. I don't know her from nowhere. But you can see that was part of them. That was part of them, the system, the matrix system, the whole court system, for them to get me out of that case. Yeah, and then they apparently they bring in a whole brand new juror. What I'm trying to say, people, is no one should be going into any court system to judge anyone, because we are not God. The court system themselves are praising reptilian beings. A lot of them are reptilians. A lot of them are pedophiles. A lot of them are touching kids. A lot of them are doing witchcraft, and no one is judging them. You know why? Because they get away with everything. They do stuff behind closed doors, and they get away with everything. And the people that do get caught for little things are the ones that are doing the most disgusting stuff and doing the darkest shit, are judging people and sending people to prison. Do you know how much people they've sent to prison wrongfully? Do you know how much people that has been to prison just for the littlest things? Do you know how much people's life have been ruined just because they bring in a juror? And these people, a lot of them are demonic. A lot of them are hearing things. Apparently they're hearing things. And if those things are telling them to, yeah, we don't like this guy, send them down. Because you have to remember, people, it's not only that these people are coming to judge the victims, are the people that they want to send to prison or whatever. They're going to give a verdict, not guilty or guilty. We have to remember that people just don't like people for no reason sometimes. And we know this. This is an everyday thing. Every day we come into contact with people that are miserable, selfish, greedy, and people that just don't like people. It's just simple as that. It's simple as that. The court system people are working with, the matrix system, is wrong. And I believe in these last days down the line, I think God's going to mash that all up. That along with the prison. It's no good. It's no good. They almost ruined my life. Just for trying to work and serve. They tried to ruin me. I couldn't drive for 1 year. Bearing in mind, from a young age, from the age of 17, I've been doing driving work. So when they bring in this new rule now, they knew that was going to mess up people's life with the new rule of saying drug ban and all of these things. It's horrible. They didn't have no remorse or nothing. When I had a solicitor there, we tried to explain to them that I've been doing driving work since the age of 17. This was in 2019. This was probably like 24, yeah, about 24. The judge had no remorse. The only thing she done was gave me a fine, and my license got messed up after that. My insurance went up. I wasn't able to drive for a year. I couldn't get around. I couldn't get the kids around. I couldn't get my family from the hospital. And when you look at these things, and just for the judge to sit there and look at me and didn't even give me a chance, people, you can tell that the judge them are working with demons and dark forces. These people are the Matrix. You see them sitting there with the wigs and all of these things, thinking that they're serving God. These people are not serving God. You know what they're serving. Because once that little stupid voice in their head tells them they don't like that person, they're going to bloody send that person down for years. Look how much people's life that the judges have ruined. Jurors have ruined. Just because these jurors are staying out of prison, they think that these people have a clean sheet. They don't have a clean sheet. Because even when I was doing the jury service, I didn't have a clean sheet. We're all sinners. It's just that I don't like prison. I stay out of prison. I learn from other people's mistakes. I know prison ain't for me. But it don't mean that I have a clean sheet. Even when they told me to come, I didn't want to go. I said, what am I doing there? Who am I to judge anyone? They said you have to do it. You have to do jury service. You have to do it. Let me tell you something, people. The court system is a scam. These people are working with some serious dark forces, and a lot of them are reptilian beings. They shouldn't even be on the earth. You can't be getting judged by demons. How can demons be judging people? Only God is the judge. Only the God is the judge. We all know that a lot of people walking the earth is not real. This system need to crumble. God gonna wrath this stuff. These stuff are gonna come to an end soon, people. I'm telling you. They've got a lot of people locked up inside the prison for less than nothing, and it's all to destroy people's lives. These people hear voices, and it's not good voices too. But apart from that, people, I'm just venting, man. Look, I'm even sweating now because the topic is sweet. But at the same time, the truth is the truth. They had me in a jury to judge this brother. Bearing in mind, who am I to judge? I shouldn't be judging anyone. That's God's job. God judges everyone. You get me? And God sees everything as well. So when these people are doing evil things and sending people down wrongfully and setting people up to go to prison, because that's what the Matrix system like to do. Even someone like me right now talking about stuff like this, they would love to try and set me up so they can send me to prison. You get me? These people are no good. They've never been good. Them judges and that. If you know what a lot of these judges do to even get that role, to be where they are, you'll think, flipping hell, that judge, yeah, he's getting away with about a good 100 years behind bars. I'm telling you that right now. Don't be fooled by a lot of these judges you see judging people. They're the worst criminals. And on that being said, people, this is a video about the court system. Yeah? But apart from that, it's Proph Rye. I love you all. Stay blessed, man. Give God the glory.